Consequences of stealing. In today's hectic world, where energy is expended to survive the competitiveness of the everyday grind, we have to compete, scrape, and search for the things we want in our life. However, if any of the methods we use to obtain these things are dishonest, it is considered stealing. The intention to take and successful taking of other people's possession without their permission is a violation of the second of the 5 precepts. The various forms of theft. 1. Stealing. The act of taking other people's personal property without their knowledge or awareness. Stealing can be divided further into 3 types. A. Taking things when the owner is not paying attention is called larceny. B. Unlawful entering of a building or residence to take people's belongings when the residents are away is called burglary. C. Forcing open locked doors or windows to take other people's belongings is called breaking and entering. 2. Snatching. The act of abruptly taking or seizing someone's possession when they're distracted. It is also termed grab and run. 3. Mugging. The threat of violence upon a person with the intent to rob. 4. Robbing. The act of taking other people's belongings by force or with weapons that is committed by 2 or more persons. 5. Fraud. The act of submitting falsified evidence or false witness in order to cheat others out of ownership-like property. 6. Embezzle. A criminal misuse or misappropriates a property or funds entrusted by the owner to be held and or used for personal purposes. 7. Deception. The act of verbally fabricating story to mislead others in order to take their belongings. 8. Trick. The use of various ploys to fool others for personal gain, like tampering with weighing scales. 9. Counterfeit. The act of producing and using forgeries of currency or goods as real products. 10. Theft. The act of borrowing something from someone and failing to return or repay, as in the case of defaulting on a loan. 11. Misappropriation. The act of dishonestly or unfairly taking something, especially money, belonging to another for one's own use, such as taking commission out of something without permission. 12. Switching. The act of changing something that one owns of lesser value for something of greater value. 13. Smuggling. The act of evading customs duties or bringing illegal products such as alcohol. 14. Peculation. The fraudulent appropriation of confiscated items or bankruptcy by using one's position for personal gain. Besides these mentioned activities, there are other activities where a person does not actually carry out themselves, but aid in the process. Supporting or aiding a perpetrator in any way while fully aware that one was abetting with a wrongdoing will cause one's second precept to be tarnished immediately. 15. Hoax. Forging a friendship under false pretense for the purpose of taking someone's belonging and discarding the person once everything has been taken. 16. Bribery. The act of giving money or gifts that alters the behavior of the recipient in an immoral way and causing distress to others. 17. Squandering. The act of wasting or destroying other people's things such as properties or setting a house on fire. 18. Filching. The act of pilfering or taking things belonging to someone we are close to in a casual way, such as a grandchildren taking things from their parents or grandparents without permission or taking more than what was approved. Violation of the second precept occurs when the 5 following factors are present. 1. The money or things belong to someone. 2. One is aware that the things belong to someone else. 3. One has the intentions to steal these items. 4. One attempts to steal these items. 5. One succeeds in stealing these items. The violation of the second precept rests on the intention to take another person's belongings and to make them ours through dishonest means. When all 5 factors are met, one's precept is immediately broken. The degree of retribution depends on 1. Value. If the item is very valuable, the greater the consequences. If it is less in value, the consequences lighter accordingly. 2. Virtues of the owner. The more virtuous the owner is, the more significant is the consequence. 3. Effort. The greater the effort to steal the item, the greater the consequence. If the attempt required less effort, the consequence would be smaller accordingly as well. People who break the second precept of not stealing will have the dishonest activity they committed reappear in their mind before they depart this world. Their mind will become gloomy and dull, leading the persons immediately to the hell realm. Some examples are as follows. People who had stolen public money would be forced by Hell Denizen inside a giant money bag and then tightly sealed to prevent the Hell beings from escaping. Then, Hell Denizen will throw the money bag violently against the ground, repeatedly tossing the giant bag until all the Hell beings' body are crushed and fused to the coins inside the bag. The punishment is repeated countless times, and Hell being dies this horrific death over and over again. People who cheated rightful owners of their land and property, they will be reborn as hell beings and have massive flaming sheet of land crushed down on them into nothingness. They will continue to suffer this tremendous pain endlessly. People who regularly took bribes will have their stomach cut open by Hell Denizens with ultra-sharp knives until it reaches their spine. Then, Hell Denizen will scoop and fill Hell Being's stomach with burning hot metal coins. The fiery metal coins will burn through the Hell Beings, who suffer excruciating pain until their entire body bursts into flames. Once their punishment is complete, they will be reborn as a Beta with bodies that looks like a sheet of heated stone resting on 2 legs. This is remnant consequences from stealing property of the monastic community. Some Beta are here because they stole food prepared for monks. When their retribution has lessened, they will become a Beta who eats its own feces. Once their karma here is exhausted, they will be born as animal like worms, in blood and pus for over many existences. As their retribution lessens to the point where they can be born as a human, they will be extremely poor, starving, and devoid of things they need. In business, they will be cheated easily, and their possessions are subject to various catastrophes like natural disasters such as fire, storm, flood, or from theft and other losses. They will suffer numerous psychological illnesses like hysteria from past misdeeds and threatening owners out of their belongings. Therefore, now that we realize some of the consequences of stealing or breaking the second precept, we need to quit all those activities immediately, completely and permanently, and pursue a right livelihood, which means earning a living in honest ways without harming or taking advantages of others. This way we help safeguard our belongings as well as others. This will promote peace and happiness in our society in the present and future lifetimes until entering nirvana.